My name is Kamal Abu-Shamsieh. I graduated from the GTU at the end of 2019, and I'm currently the director of the Interreligious Chaplaincy Program at the Graduate Theological Union. Being at the GTU, where it's an environment that is rich in diversity, was appealing to me. I was a director of a Shiite Islamic center. I'm a Sunni Muslim who crossed the divide and bridged the gap between the two Muslim communities, and now being at the GTU, exploring my own identity, exploring my strength as my academic research, not with Muslims, exploring that with people who have less connection to my faith was very enriching. It felt that I don't have to explain my faith to people who are strangers. I get the inspiration from people who are learning alongside of me, and they are exploring their own pathways within their faith. At the end, it enriched our lives collectively. When I decided to research the death experience of the Prophet Muhammad, the last 3 months of his life, I wanted to establish a model for end of life care that is authentic, that is acceptable as an international universal model. So, in the year of 2018, I traveled to Indonesia and I presented this model to the National Sharia Board of Indonesia, the largest scholar body of Muslims in the world. And I received the endorsement and the recommendation from this body to teach this model of end of life care at all Indonesian hospitals. As a result of that, my journey took me to several Muslim majority communities where I taught end of life care in Jordan, in Saudi Arabia, in Malaysia, in Pakistan. So, what started as an idea, as a wild idea to explore the intersection between ethics and law in spiritual care, in the experience of the Prophet Muhammad, became now an international program to teach end of life care at communities that are in need of a lot of support, vulnerable communities that struggle to know what is allowed at the end of life. And today we make it happen for them from the GTU. The GTU is an organic mosaic of the world. The GTU is a rich environment where students and faculty and communities coming from different parts of the world that is reflective of our diversity, whether be it religious, ethnic, socioeconomic approaches to life. And that's basically represent the way we move forward. Is we don't live in silos. We don't live only with our own communities. We struggle, and we struggle with belief systems that are different than ours, and we struggle with different approaches to life. We struggle with different legal ethical values that some people have that might be understood differently than ours. And in this way, it is not one way of living. It is the struggle to live in a pluralistic society, all with not just accepting the other, but celebrating the other. It's not just tolerating someone and putting up with that person, is actually entering into a partnership where we all struggle in it, in somehow trying to find a place that each can claim to be his or hers, in a way that sometimes that is not found any other place in the world. I see it on Holy Hill. I see it in the United States in general, but in the most intensity, the intentionality of it at the GTU is mind-boggling. Now that I graduated from the GTU and immediately started my position as director of the Interreligious Chaplaincy Program, what I see is focus on minorities, focusing on the underserved, focusing on communities that are least understood, and training a corps of chaplains that will serve at different places in the US, from healthcare to prisons to the military to education. Not only that, we also attract a lot of international students who come to study chaplaincy and other disciplines at the GTU. At the GTU, we don't just study topics. we make them happen in the real life. As a professional chaplain, I stood by people at the end of their lives, at the bedside. This rich experience that taught me that many families don't know what to do at the end of life, and they deserve and should have the support from a professional who is competent, who knows what she or he is doing, who allow for the mystery to happen, to unfold for the end of life journey. When you are investing in the GTU today, whether be it in a scholarship, whether be it by hosting us, by spreading the word about some of our programming, by offering seed money for a class or for a program, you help make that dream happen to people. End of life for me is about helping people when they are most vulnerable. So when you're investing in the GTU, you're helping people who are most vulnerable, and that is very rewarding. To work alongside many communities, all with the same goal, is appreciation, equity, respect, and not just for us, for other people outside, was to me, or continues to be, what draws me to be at the GTU, a place of scholarship, a place for celebrating the best out of humanity in all of us.